For me, it was the layout. I really liked the open layout options that were presented.
I like the, I looked at a lot of other builders as well. Everything was really high. You would get a base price, and then by the time you added the things that you wanted, your price was really high. While with Royal Oaks, everything, a lot of the things that you wanted were already included, such as the granite countertops, stainless steel appliances, things of that sort were already added to your price. So it was just really, and the quality was outstanding. That's why I looked at Royal Oaks. When I looked at Royal Oaks and we decided to do Royal Oaks, I went to the design center and I looked up on the internet and just saw all the different things that they offered, the options that they offered, and the things that I wanted to put in the house. And I started to look up just what manufacturers were for those items. And all the things that Royal Oaks had were all high quality. I did notice that. And it was just really exciting to me to know that they were putting that kind of love into a house that I was going to eventually call home. And that was important to me. The things such as the cabinets and the layout of the kitchen and the quality of the upgraded appliances was all really, really special. It was really good.
I'm excited about, being able to select the choices that were presented. Having hardwood is something that I've always wanted. So I'm loving the hardwood and matching it up with the kitchen appliances and the backsplash. And just going to the design center, I learned so much about decorating and designs. And, when I talk about it now, I know what I'm talking about because I played a part in, picking out my choices.
The one thing I can say about the process with Royal Oaks is that when you tell anyone that you're getting ready to purchase a home and you tell them that you're doing a new build, people tell you that's going to be painful, it's not going to be fun, it's going to be really difficult, it's going to be long and tedious, and it's going to be stressful. And afterwards, it was none of the above. It was the most enjoyable, pleasurable experience I've had as far as looking at things like that. It was, from the very beginning when I was looking at other builders and I kept coming back to these few homes, and all of them seemed to be Royal Oaks homes that I really liked from just pictures on the internet. I came out to the Royal Oaks model home, talked to the agent. We went and saw I immediately knew the house that I wanted to look at. Went and saw it, fell in love, and the process started there, where I brought my wife back. A few days later, we picked out the lot, picked out the contract, and we signed the contract. And then we went to the design center and we picked out our options, and we just watched the process happen. Watched the house begin to build, and watched from the grading of the yard to the clearing of the yard and grading to the laying the frame and the A-frame and all the other things, and you see it begin, the walls and all that. It was just really, really special, and always exciting. And never did I have a horrible time at it or a moment where I was like, oh, this is painful. Even from the time when we started with it got close, and you start dealing with other things, just in making sure that everything was right for closing. Everything was fine. I mean, we had no issues with anything. It was just really, really, really pleasurable, really pleasurable. I had no stress. I don't think she had any stress either.
I really didn't. Rick was the background in selecting the actual neighborhood and where we were going to be, and we started there. And I just remember when we signed the papers, it was a done deal for us, and both of us being analytical, anal type individuals. We stay on top of things where there's each other, and he has more free time on his hands, so he would come out a couple times a week just to see what was progressing, and a couple times I would sneak out and we'd send each other pictures and just be excited. And as things started progressing, we were both just excited about, oh my gosh, this is happening, this is what this is going to look like, this is what this is going to look like. And so the excitement of building it and then us furnishing it, just all really tied in, and we're very happy.
The building manager and the staff here were very good about going over the packet with us and what we need to do because with anything, you're going to incur things that you may have to have corrected or things that may be, not exactly perfect. And that process has been painless. I actually sent an email in for a couple of things that I needed, was immediately responded via email, and then the different people who were in charge of that, be it electrical or whatever, immediately called me and set up appointments to come by and look at whatever we needed. It's no issues, no fussing, no nothing. It was just really, really simple. Everything has been absolutely 100% professional.
And responsive. I mean, we're not waiting for things to happen necessarily when we've got things scheduled and planned. Just the neighborhood in itself. I mean, being into a new neighborhood, the neighbors are walking and everyone's very friendly, and it's a very inviting and warm atmosphere. So, it's definitely a win-win for us.
We looked at resale. We actually looked at resale. We looked at other areas of Wake County. They were nice, but they had some of the things you wanted. They didn't have everything you wanted. And versus my wife, I'm more of the HGTV kind of guy. So I knew what I wanted. There was no question. I knew exactly what I wanted. It was just getting her to agree to getting what I necessarily wanted in the house. So when I would go places, I might look in the bathroom and it may not have a feature I wanted, or it may not have a screen-in porch, or it may not have a gourmet kitchen. Some may have had it, some may have, but I got to a point after a couple of homes, I realized if I want exactly what I want, which is what I wanted, I had to build it myself. So I asked the wife if she wanted to do that, and she was on board. I told her it might take 6 months or so, but we'll get everything we want, and she was on board. So we did it, and it's been great. I mean, I was so into it because I could get everything I wanted, from rainhead showers to a gourmet to a gourmet kitchen to hardwoods throughout. I could talk to my wife and get an idea what she wanted. I actually wanted hardwoods throughout the house, but I asked my wife, and she said, well, I don't want to step on a cold floor. So that told me carpets upstairs. So even little things like that, you can talk and as a couple, and you can compromise and decide, but you get exactly what the two of you agree on. And you don't have to go, you build a home to fit you. You don't go find a home to fit you, and that's what I really like.